Okay, so we've talked about the project window, we've talked about the hierarchy window, we've talked about the scene window. Now we're going to talk about the game window. In order to talk about the game window, I want to show the main camera in our hierarchy, right? So you can see that I'm looking at this cube and sphere that I've set up, but then my main camera is actually looking at it right here, and that camera is exactly what the game view is showing. So if I wanted to, instead of doing the skybox, I could say don't do the skybox, do a solid color, or don't clear at all, which doesn't do anything now. But if I was actually moving this guy at all, you would actually see it's not clearing it, right? Instead of clearing every single frame, it's just continuing to draw over top of itself. Okay, so typically you would not want your main camera to be set to don't clear. So we're going to change it back to skybox. And now if I came and actually modified my cube to pull it back down and over, it's going to be there. In fact, I can actually get that reset back to where it was. Okay, but our main camera shows what our game is going to show. I can change my aspect ratio to like 4.3 or 5.4 or 3.2, 16 by 9 or 16 by 10, 16 by 9 or 16 by 10. I could actually use the resolution, a standalone resolution, which in this case here is just going to scale it down for me. Or I can just say, hey, just fill it up, whatever it is. Okay. If I click on maximize on play and hit the play button, you'll see that the entire game window fills over top of my editor. Okay. If I don't do maximize on play, I hit play, and you'll see the game window stays here, so I can still move around my scene and select things and do whatever, and my game scene remains the same. Now, the other thing I'll mention about the game view is since I hit play, we have these blue icons. I can stop it, and any changes I made into the editor, they're going to be undone, because Unity is assuming that if you're making changes while you're playing the game, you're trying to tweak some values and just check on some things, but it doesn't want to persist any of that to disk. So I'm going to hit play again, and it just stops my game, and now my cube and my sphere are right back to where they were before. Now when you're playing the game, you can actually, just like the gizmos again, we're not going to discuss the gizmos at this point, but we have stats. And when you play the game, I'm going to maximize on play here, you can see our stats have things like our frames per second, right? So we're running at 63 frames a second. It tells us what kind of level we have and what the audio is like, if there's any kind of network information. Okay, so again, we're not getting into the details of what all you can set here in the stats and what all you can see. But just know that if you're trying to especially look for frame rate, then you can just click on this little stats while you're playing the game and get some information that Unity can provide you.